Hello and welcome back here in the Brickworld studio, and today we are going back to the building. You can see right now that dark red building here. We want to work on that, making a very big update in today's video, adding all the missing outside parts, a facade and also a basic roof on top, also working on the next floor inside, adding some details. So stay tuned for a very nice and big update today. Like very often in the last updates, I have to order some new parts. These are no official Lego parts. As you might know, I'm not using only Lego parts. I'm also using parts from different other companies. And these are mainly parts, or all of them, I think, are white parts, because we need a lot of white parts in today's update and also in future updates of that building, especially for the inside, of course. But let's start with the next floor. As you can see here, I just started to work out where everything is going to be. We have that corridor where the stairs are coming up and down. We have the two entrances to the two apartments of that floor, and I also decided where everything is going to be. We have two bathrooms, one for each apartment, of course, and then we have one room here, a bigger room, and it's a little bit bigger than the apartment on the first floor down under. On the left side, we have a bigger apartment that has also another room for, of course, the bedroom. And you can see that I have to work a little bit with extra techniques here. I have these printed parts here. These are from a company from Poland, Bricks, mainly known for creating stuff for railroad and Lego stuff, but not on, also doing stuff like that. These printed parts here, so have a look on their page if you want to see more of it. And also made the main basic stuff where every window is going to be and stuff like that, so we can work on building up that floor. But on the other side, I decided it's not the main goal today to just get that floor done. I'm working a little bit more on that floor, but the main part is going to get the building done. So first off, I decided to work a little bit more inside, adding some walls, adding some details here, adding some doors, of course, and some stuff on the walls itself, just testing out some stuff. But I thought that's not the main goal I want to achieve in today's update. I really want to build up. I want to build up higher. By the way, that's a printed part from my online shop. You can find a link in the video description. There's a lot of other stuff you can order, but just by the way. And yeah, not working more on that particular floor in today's update. I just want to build on the outside, adding the missing parts of the facade of that floor and also of the next floor, and also adding a basic floor on top of it, because I think it might be important to have the biggest part of the building from the outside done, to have that overall look a little bit better. And that's what we're going to do now. Huge thanks to Light My Bricks for supporting Brickworld and all my projects here on my channel. They create incredible lighting kits and custom solutions that bring Lego cities and mocks to life, and of course all of Brickworld, as you can see it here on my channel. So if you want to light up everything or anything, have a look on their page. So I decided to create a little kind of speed build, because I know a lot of you really like these little speed builds. And sometimes it's very easy to do that, sometimes not so easy, especially when I'm working inside, adding a lot of details. That's not very interesting in a speed build. But building up some walls with windows and stuff like that is a very good part to make a speed build. As you can see it right now, there are going to be a lot of parts, especially if you might know from previous updates, or especially from my city itself. I'm normally working with walls that are having two studs, because so I can have two different kinds of structure and also colors inside and outside of every room or every building. That's also I'm doing here. For now, I'm just working up or building up the outer wall with these dark red parts, of course. And later on in a future update, we are going to work inside with the rest of that building. But that's nothing I want to do in today's update. More important, in my opinion, is to build up the whole building and working on inside in a later update, because the overall look of the building is, in my opinion, very important, especially also for the look of the cinema building behind it, because you still see that little bit ugly monitor with construction here holding up that colorful construction, and the building itself, the red building, will hide everything of it. It will hide that construction, that colorful construction, also hide that monitor that's inside here, that screen. So we really need to build up that to have a better look on the screen, the cinema building, of course. That's the next floor. As you can see here, I just added some tiles here. They are going to be printed in a future update with the name of that costume shop here down under. And that's just prepared for now. I'm doing that in a later update. But also we have the windows inside. We have some air conditioner units outside, just have a bit more of structure outside. And that's the same I want to do on the next floor, adding just the next floor. It's almost the same view. And then we can put on a kind of basic, but not, a basic roof. There's not going to be all on it, but mainly part of outside will be done. As you can see inside, we have now good look how everything will look inside with all the windows also here. So we have one window, for example, here in the bedroom back here. It's enough, I think. A little room for a bed and maybe some cupboards or so. And you also have a nice look here of that little alley here with the back entrance of the cinema building. And I think it's quite nice looking. So let's go on and work on with the next floor, the final floor of that building. A fast cut for you, a little bit more of time working, building up for me, but that's the final floor. It looks a little bit strange now because we do not have another floor, another roof or so inside here on the top of the second floor. But that's, as I said before, something for a future update. More important is the outer view. And now you can really imagine how that building looks almost finished. Of course, we have no lights inside in the second and the third floor. That's going to be included when the inside is going to build up. But it's very important. And now you can see how everything is hidden here. The colorful construction here in the cinema building. Also, the screen is going to be hidden. But the most important part, we now build up a basic roof. So I'm using these big 16 by 16 plates here. And it was not I did not plan it like that, but it's almost coming out with the size of that building that I can mostly use these 16 by 16 plates without making a complete complicated construction. And that's the final view of today's update. As you can see here, the building is mainly finished from the outside. Of course, on top of the roof, there needs to be more details, more tiles, more stuff, whatever. Maybe some people, I don't know, birds or stuff like that. That's something you can write in a comment if you want to have some ideas for it. And of course, if you want to see more of the city, of all my projects here, mainly the city project, but I also have some other projects here on my channel, feel free to subscribe so you can see more here on the channel. And yeah, as I said, it was very important to fill up that building. And as you can see, all the open spots of the back side of our cinema building are now closed. And it looks better. It looks really, really better if you can't see the inside, the technical parts inside, like the screen and stuff like that, the cable management inside. And of course, that building here looks a little bit strange because they have only light downstairs because the inner parts are not done now. But it's something we're going to do in a future update, as I said before. But for today, I think we got a new big step here. And it's an overall important step to have that building from the outside done for the overall look of that little area here. Of course, some minifigures are missing here, some details are missing here, but I'm sure that was a very important part. As always, feel free to write whatever you have in your mind in today's update and everything else. Just write it down in the comments. I'm really looking forward. I'm reading every comment and I'm also trying to answer every comment, but that's not for sure. So stay tuned for future updates and bye.